What's going on, everybody? My name is Scott Stevenson, and I want to welcome you to the very first episode of Cooking with Scott. So before we get into all the cooking, guys, I want to give you a little bit of advice, and that's to always wear an apron. Not only is it going to make you look like you actually know what you're doing in the kitchen, it's going to keep you clean, because things can tend to get a little messy. So in today's episode of Cooking with Scott, I have a real treat for you guys. Now, if you're anything like me, and I'm guessing you might be if you're watching this video, you love crazy types of food, but you want food that's going to be able to hit your macronutrients. So in today's recipe, I am going to be making protein donuts. And who doesn't like donuts, right? But oftentimes if you go to places like Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts, these types of donuts are going to be high in carbs, high in fats, and very low in protein. So for today's recipe, we're going to focus on a recipe that's high protein, moderate carbohydrates, and low fat. So chances are they're going to be very, very macro friendly for your diet. So let's not waste any more time, guys, and let's get into all the ingredients and the things you need to make this recipe happen, okay? So the first thing you're going to be needing are some oats, some egg whites, baking powder, protein powder, sprinkles for the top of it, a whole banana, medium sized, and some Walden's Farm chocolate syrup. And in order to make these donuts happen, you're going to be needing some other things as well, okay? So the first thing you're going to need is a measuring cup. And I have some measuring spoons as well, especially for the baking powder. You're going to always need a food scale no matter what to measure the ingredients. A blender to blend everything together. And then of course, this bad boy right here. It's a donut cooking sheet, which I found on Amazon for just $10. You honestly just cannot beat it. And before I give you guys the actual recipe, I just have to make a little disclaimer. This recipe is straight from the government, it's top secret, it's classified, so if you don't hear from me after this video, you know why. See? And you guys thought I was lying. These are official government papers with the recipe to the protein donuts. There's no going back now, so let's get into it. Top secret paper. Alright guys, so for this recipe you're going to need 4 egg whites, 1 medium banana, 1/2 cup of raw oats, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 scoop of protein powder. And there are the directions as well, but we will get into those later as well. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grind the oats into a flour, then you're going to add all the ingredients together, you're going to spray the pan, bake at 350 for 10 minutes, remove and let cool, spread your toppings, and enjoy. So I went ahead and got everything ready for us, guys. As you can see, I got a 1/2 cup of oats. 4 egg whites came out to right around a cup of egg whites, a 1/2 scoop of protein powder, the whole banana, medium sized, and a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, of baking powder. So enough talking, let's get into making it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to blend up these oats into a powder. So that looks about right. Now we want to add all the other ingredients. And again, we want to blend this up and to make our batter. Now we have our batter. The next thing we want to do is go preheat the oven to 350. And then we can start pouring this batter into our donut cooking sheet and put these bad boys in the oven. So now that we have the batter, we can start pouring it into this pan. But first, let's use some Pam to make it non-stick. Now we'll see how far this batter goes. And you want to fill it to right around the top of the middle piece. No batter left behind. Alright guys, so I think we're all set to put these in the oven. Keep in mind you're going to be cooking these at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. So now that you just put all those donuts in the oven, now is probably a pretty good time to clean up any of the mess you made, put away the ingredients and the machinery, and probably like my photos on Facebook and Instagram, and maybe even send me an email or two telling me how much you love this recipe. Live cooking tip, guys. Rule number 1 of cooking, never touch hot things. It's not going to feel good. So we were just able to pull them out of the oven and let them cool. And now they're ready to be topped with your Walden Farms chocolate syrup and some sprinkles. And I like to use Walden Farms chocolate syrup because it is calorie free. But as far as the sprinkles go, I treat them just as sugar, so 1 gram of carbohydrate for 1 gram of sprinkles. And as I mentioned, I weighed everything out, every single ingredient, so I'll be sure to link and provide you with a full description of the entire macronutrient breakdown that is in these protein donuts. So if you happen to use the same recipe that I just did, you'll know exactly the amount of protein, carbs, and fats that's in all 6 of these donuts. Alright, so admittedly, that was not pretty at all, but I managed to clean up everything and we got them covered and they look awesome. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content. And if there's anything that you would like to see recipe-wise or anything related to health and fitness, I would love to hear from you. So please reach out to me on any of my social media platforms. I'm going to be providing the links to everything in the description below. Find me on my website, fitnessliberty.com. You can email me, send me a Facebook message, Instagram message, whatever. Comment on this channel, this video. I really look forward to hearing from you guys. So thank you so much again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Now it's time to enjoy some donuts with my coffee. Have a good day, guys.